My critics are not legitimate because they don't compose intellectual counterpoints to what I'm saying. They only offer superficial ad hominem personal attacks, which means that they are afraid, and they're not willing to admit that they are the opposite of me. They're not willing to say, well, I'm against femininity. They're not willing to say, I'm against marriage and the path to preparing and being in the frequency of love and working towards love. They're not willing to say those things out loud. So what that means is that they may identify as feminists, which means encouraging women to act like men and that they can be men, but yes, in instances it's necessary for women to do that, but the thing is it ideal? And that's what most of the people who comment online to me, they don't talk about what's ideal. They don't talk about, well, it would be nice in a perfect world, I would want to have a husband that I would look up to and could be a leader, and they don't want to talk about things like being in their feminine and honoring their feminine, and that is preparing and being willing to make themselves good and preserve themselves for a husband that they would actually want to follow and admire. And so they're not willing to recognize that not only are there dark psychology of men, but also flaws in the way women operate that we need to bring to a conscious level so that we can be in the environment of love. And I would think that women would be supportive of me in that I'm celebrating and treating women's bodies as sacred, not trying to seduce them for premarital intimacy, and encouraging other men to not do that and to celebrate femininity. You would think that women being empowered, they would be willing to use their power for good. But instead what women do is they give away their bodies for free with no commitment from a man, not the man giving himself to her. And they act as if this is an act of freedom and empowerment and independence. And the idea that people would want to be independent from reality, that the masculine would want to operate independently of the feminine or something like that, it doesn't honor nature, and it doesn't honor what people's instincts are. And so the bottom line is this: when people use emotion in debates, it means they've lost, because they're trying to set the other person off kilter and they've run out of logic. Or maybe they think that I'm being emotional or I'm angry in my arguments, but I think I'm more plain spoken and technical in the way I speak. And the thing about debating, guys, is if you're not willing to debate with me and engage in dialogue, then it means that I've won. Like, from a standpoint of, if you're claiming to be a great boxer, I'm claiming to be a great debater, and no one's willing to challenge you, then it kind of means that you are the winner.